Does it feel like every time you're about to play in a big game, you start doubting yourself? You've trained hard all week. You've had this game circled on your calendar. You know you're ready. But for some reason, every single time, right before you go out and play, that's when it hits the most. The nerves, the anxiety, the second guessing. Like, am I actually good enough? And most athletes assume that means something is wrong. But what if I told you experiencing self doubt right before a good game is actually a good thing? By the end of this video, you'll see self-doubt differently. Not as a problem, but an indication that you're about to step into something bigger. And because you have the possibility of to stepping into something bigger, if you go out there and crush that playoff game, you crush that championship game, is the reason why you experience self-doubt. Because if you go out there and crush it, like I said, and I know you can, it's going to take you to new heights you can't even possibly imagine, especially if you're already a high level athlete. Like, just imagine if you're a third string and you just got the starting spot somehow and you're playing in the college football playoff and you go out there and crush it in front of the world. Just imagine how and where it could take you. Brand deals, sponsorships, more playing time if you don't even really care about that. You shouldn't really care about that, but anyways, it just takes you to a whole new level of life. And that's why you experience self doubt, right? And it's mainly because of your old self. Your old self wants nothing more than to just exist. It's nothing personal to you, it just wants to exist. Your old identity would essentially be gone if you crush that game. So, one of its main defense mechanisms is to make you experience self doubt, make you doubt yourself. Like, nah, you can't, you're not that good. Like, you don't deserve to be here. Like, you are a third string. Like, why do you get to go out there and be good? That's what it sounds like, and I'm sure that's what you're experiencing. And I'm using that as like definitely like an exaggerated example, but you guys get the point, right? So like I said, the old self, all it wants to do is just exist. That's all it does. Because if you go out there and crush it, it's not going to exist anymore. So it's just going to make you doubt yourself, right? And to take it even deeper than the example I just gave you, if maybe even the negative self-talk isn't working, it'll give you amnesia or make you feel dysmorphia. Like, for example, it'll make you forget all the times or all the accolades that you have achieved up until this point, all the good games that you've had, all the greatest moments that you've had. It'll make you forget all those. Watch, like, for example, what are the top five or what are the most recent five things you've accomplished in your athletic career? Exactly. Exactly. It just makes you forget. It just makes you forget. And then you just forget who you are. You forget why you even got here in the first place, right? Because you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be in the position that you're in if you didn't achieve those things, right? You're a great athlete. Don't let the old self psych you out. And it also makes you or damn, I can't talk today. It also leads to you being dysmorphic in a sense to where it makes you minimize yourself. It makes you forget your self-worth. It makes you think to yourself like, do I actually, like I said, do I actually deserve to be here? Like, am I actually good enough? It makes you feel smaller than you already are. And it obviously affects your performance. So it does all that to get you to go out there and play like ass and keep you at the same level so it can keep existing. And like I said, it's nothing personal to you. It just wants to exist. It just think of it like an energy form that just follows you around all day. All right? It doesn't want to get replaced. All right? And like I said, so you feeling those things, you feeling self-doubt, perceive that as the greatest thing ever because it feels threatened by you. It feels like, oh my God, like if he goes out there and goes crushes it, I'm not gonna exist no more. So just them like, damn. So if you're in the locker room or if you're warming up and you start to think negative things, you start to feel amnesia, you start to feel dysmorphic, think to yourself, like, damn, I'm really about to elevate. I'm really about to crush this game. You really feel threatened by me? I'm about to make you feel threatened by me. I'm about to show you. I'm about to elevate. Because honestly, if you weren't feeling nervous, if you weren't feeling anxious before a game or doubting yourself, something's wrong, right? Especially before a big game. That means like it's just normal to you. Like it doesn't matter to you. Like you're just comfortable at staying at the same level you're at. Like you don't want to better yourself, and that should be a problem. All right, but if you're watching this video, you don't have that problem. All right, like for example, like a real example in the NFL right now, Josh Allen for the Bills, he throws up before every single game. He gets nervous and anxious before every single game and throws up in the trash can. Like they literally show it. It's kind of disgusting. And he talks about it all the time and all his teammates. just because of how nervous and anxious he gets. It makes him want to throw up. But that's a good thing, okay? I need you to perceive self-doubt, the anxiety, and all the nerves that you experience before the game as a good thing, okay? And perceive it as normal from now on, or it's gonna take you over, all right? That's what I want you guys to do. Like for me, for example, I always used to experience self-doubt when I used to play, way back when. But I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't have the perception that I have now compared to then. I used to always let self-doubt cook me before a game. I always used to think to myself, like, am I even worthy of being on the field with them? Like, am I even like, do I really deserve to be here? Like, I felt like I had imposter syndrome because the athletes that I was playing against were honestly way better than me. They were ranked, they had stars, they had offers, they were going to like big colleges and all that. And I would have like I said, like not dysmorphia or like imposter syndrome. Like, damn, like why do I get to go against them? Like, am I actually gonna do good against them? Right? And I had the skill set and I trained hard and I knew it, but I would always doubt myself in those types of games and it used to piss me off. And it was because of what I just told you. My old self wanted nothing more than to exist. So I never elevated. I never got to the level of the potential that I knew I could reach. If that made any sense. Did I word that properly? Man, my brain feels so off today, but you guys get the point. So again, the bottom line is what I want you guys to do moving forward. Every time you experience self-doubt, is to experience it and perceive it as a good thing because you're about to elevate. It's an indication that your old self feels threatened and like you're about to elevate and take your career, take your whatever to new heights and then go out there and perform and play the best game you've ever had in your whole life. I needed you to get every time you experience self-doubt, I just need you to get excited. Like, damn, okay, you feel threatened? All right, I'm about to cook now. Let's go. That's all it is. It's trying to trick you. Okay? And another thing, anytime, not even before a big game, like maybe even throughout the week, you start to doubt yourself. You're getting amnesia. I need you to write down, like I said earlier, 5 things that you recently accomplished in your athletic career. Every time you defy the odds. So like if you came up from third string to first string and you beat all the starters that were more talented than you, if you got the offers and you were undersized, or if you got that brand deal and you shouldn't have, just things like that. And I need you every time you doubt yourself to go look at that every day and remind yourself who you are, right? Why you got here, how you even got here. Because like I said, the old self is going to make you forget and it's going to make you feel little than you are, well, make you feel smaller than you actually are. That's the way to put it. I'm cooking now, all right? I need you guys to do that. And that's the bottom line, okay? Because a lot of people see self-doubt as the worst thing ever and that they don't have put enough work, that they're not talented. They don't see themselves as who they think they are. But I need you to see yourself as who you know you are because deep down, you know who you are, all right? Self-doubt is a great thing, all right? That's the bottom line. I'll see you guys in the next video.